Now, EFCC have arrested Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State. This is the current update. Why EFCC is claiming, it's alleging that they arrested Yahaya Bello at midnight. Yahaya Bello's media is also claiming that he surrendered himself to EFCC. But whatever may be the case, the story is that EFCC finally have arrested Yahaya Bello. Remember that there was information, there was rumor that spread nationwide that the EFCC chairman publicly said that he will resign if he fails to persecute or arrest Yahaya Bello. At the end of it, later on, the thing later changed the other way around anyway. But the major thing is this: Yahaya Bello have been what? Arrested. The media team of Yahaya Bello, former governor of Kogi State, is claiming that Yahaya Bello believes in the rule of law and he had made consultation with his legal team. That is why he surrendered himself to the EFCC team. That is why he surrendered. He willingly surrendered himself. He willingly surrendered himself. But people will be asking questions like, why did he, for all these months, for all these weeks, for all these days, why was he running in the first place? Why was he really running? But don't forget that beyond the corruption charges against Yahaya Bello, beyond those corruption charges, Yahaya Bello was one of the only northern governor that insisted of saying he want to contest 2023 election. That's APC was actually trying to zone it to the south, whether southeast or south. Yahaya Bello was the only person in the north that said, I want to contest that election. Against all odds, he contested at the primaries. He insisted he want to contest. But that is not really the update. But why I'm giving you this update is for you to really understand that, politically speaking, that possibly the political class of APC may not really be in support of Yahaya Bello. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. The political class of APC may not really be in support of Yahaya Bello in the, after 2023, elections and all the rest of them. But don't forget that whether they are in support or not in support, these particular allegations and charges against him, political solution may not also be the best, because it's a corruption charge. And this corruption charge has to do with you pleading guilty or not guilty. But one will be asking questions like, why was Yahaya Bello in the first place? Why was he really running? Why did he fail to submit himself to EFCC in the first place? Don't forget that a few months ago, EFCC actually tried to arrest him on different occasions. In the last time that they even went to his house in Abuja, they surrendered the whole environment, attempting to arrest this man. Do you know that the governor of Kogi State, the incumbent governor of Kogi State, even despite being from APC, he flew down to that particular location, and actually it was like almost like an open conflict between EFCC officials and the security agencies attached to the governor of Kogi State. At the end of the day, EFCC said they surrendered. They allowed the governor to find his way to the location and to carry out Yahaya Bello, who happens to be the former governor of Kogi State. They squeezed him out. At the end of the day, when the EFCC now realized that it was late, the vehicle carrying the governor have left the location. At the end of the day, they went home, and Nigerians were really hitting the EFCC then. We are really, criticizing the EFCC for failure to arrest Yahaya Bello, in the sense that most Nigerians believe that if it was a suspected Yahoo boy or a suspected internet fraudster, possibly the case would have been different. Possibly by now he must have likely been in prison. Possibly by now, he must have spent like 1 month or 3 months in detention or in prison. But at the end of the day, in the case of a governor who happens to have corruption charges against him, he failed on different occasions to even honor court invitations. Despite that, yes, have invited him, he failed. In the court appearance, he even failed to appear in the court judgment. And even the lawyers, was working to bring the case from Abuja to here, to Kogi State. So possibly that the case will be trashed in Kogi State court. Why they believe that, the corruption charges against him was in Kogi, was in his state. So he should be charged here in Kogi State. And you know that if he's done in Kogi State, possibly the governor may have an influence over that bakala of whatever may happen at the end of the day. But the EFCC, in their decision, in their wisdom, said no. Let us try this in the neutral ground. Let us use the Abuja to finish this particular case. Whatever may be the case, the issue is that the major thing is that the governor of Kogi, former governor of Kogi State, have been arrested. Whether he surrendered himself to the EFCC, whatever be the case, as the news have it, he has been arrested, and we hope to see him in a court in soon, very, very soon, because the court case is still really ongoing. And in the next court sitting, he will really be in court. And most Nigerians will really want to know, at the first place, why was he really running? Possibly, the judge, at the end of the day, may give judgment, may actually, because the case may not end in this next season. And definitely, that there may be indication that he may likely be remanded to prison. There may be indication, because if for all these days, if for all these weeks, he have failed on different occasions to really honor EFCC invitation, to really appear in court, what happens if the court decide to give him bail? Are you sure that Yahaya Bello will not also flee? Are you sure he will not run away from Kogi State to possibly to Saudi Arabia or neighboring country? That may be the question most Nigerians will be asking. Why will Yahaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi State, why will he in the first place be running away? Why will he run away from EFCC in the first place? Why will he also fail to surrender himself? Why at this particular point? You know that when that news was trending that he failed to surrender himself. He was doing different video where he was exercising, saying that nothing will happen at the end of the day. But one thing I know in this particular country, that's when the political class, when you're not on your side, I think the case is almost, their own case is 50% solved already. When the political class are not by your side, when they are not with you back to back, you're not going to find it easy or funny. But in this particular thing, this is a corruption charge. This is not a political charge. This is corruption charge. How did he spend Kogi State money? How far did he go? And what marvels me on this particular, most of these corruption charges, is that at the end of the day, you see citizens of the same Kogi State. You see indigenous of this Kogi State that possibly financed or money that should have supposed to have used to develop their environment or their state, or to even pay them salary as when due, or pension. You see the same set of people coming to protest in favor of the same man that seems to have raped them black and white, that seems to have actually failed in his duty as a governor, then to possibly manage funds effectively and efficiently. So the same citizen, the same set of people will still come back and say they stand for him. You won't be surprised that by the next court sitting, some Kogi citizens will come out, some Kogi residents and indigenous will also come out and say they stand for Yahaya Bello. Don't be surprised about it, because hunger really day, as Nigerians may always say, hunger day, hunger day. You know that poverty have been used for many years as a political tool to rather win an election or to control people in Nigeria. And these Kogi issues, let's see how it goes. And to me, my personal opinion is that there's no reason for why the former governor, who have no immunity, should, number one, to be running. There's no constitutional backup for the present governor to give a kind of a coverage to a former governor who has a corruption charge against him. There's no constitutional backup for it. And I see it as an abuse of power. I see it as an abuse of power where a current governor will try to shed a former governor who have corruption charges against him. What do you think? What do you really think if you have a state police that takes instruction directly from the governor, that takes instruction and order directly from the governor? Do you think it will be fun in Nigeria where a governor we try to not even to obey the rule of law, not even to obey court orders or to obey EFCC orders or invitations? Do you really think that if there is something like state police, where governors have total powers and authority over police in their states respectively, do you really think that EFCC can have powers and authority to come to Kogi State or to come to any state where the governor is and make that arrest without the governor's approval? Remember that the governor of Kogi State is completely against and not in favor of the current trial of the former governor of Kogi State. This is all the news for now. There are a lot of news that we are really going to give in our platform, but don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube for more news updates, because a lot of news are available and we're dropping it one by one. Thank you very much. My name is Mwaka Makasme. Don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you. Don't forget, share this video, and share it again. Yahaya Bello, welcome to EFCC.